Welcome. We're going to start today with some stretching and releasing of the neck, shoulders, and jaw. So, if this is an area where you've had some tension or especially, it's morning, it's early morning when we're doing this. So, just getting out of bed and kind of peeling yourself off the pillow. There might be some residual stiffness. So let's start with some shoulder rolls. Just big, sloppy, but easy, really easy. And they don't have to be simultaneous, so each shoulder can kind of be doing its own thing. And notice also how your spine wants to participate in this, and let your head just kind of follow along. So if it spontaneously wants to do something, let that happen too. And you might find that your breath moves a certain way, or you even feel inspired in this to take a big stretch or a yawn. Let all of those things happen. Okay, and then keep doing that until you feel like you're done. And then we'll bring the shoulders way, way, way up. And get them up a little higher. I know this is going to feel like I thought we were going to release, and now you're asking me to lift and squeeze. But sometimes we have to fully contract something to be able to fully let it go. So lift them again a little higher, and then start to squeeze them together at the top of the back. Oh, just right at the base of the neck. Try to keep them high and squeeze them together. Okay, now you know how sometimes on a big exhale, people just let them drop? We're not going to do that. On a slow exhale, we're going to let them go really, really, really slowly. Really slowly, like honey, the pace of honey. Just rolling down your sides, and it might seem like, oh my gosh, they just released forever. And then at the bottom of that, when the shoulders feel like they're truly released, give yourself a moment there. All right, and if they want to move around a little bit again, they can. Okay, so let's feel into the neck a little bit. Tip your right ear over your right shoulder. And the head might not go very far. Just want to find some sensation in the opposite side of the neck. So it's not about where it goes, it's about what you feel. And then we'll do a little bit of head movement over here. So you can, with your head heavy to the right, turn your chin down toward the collarbone, and then turn the face back to center, and maybe lift the chin up just a little bit, and then slowly turn down again, and slowly back to center and up. So make some little movements here, and you can even go off of this course if there are other areas, other ways you want to move. I kind of like to take the chin out a little, but play around. This isn't like, point A, point B. This is infinite possibility. So let it be non-linear. And let your face start to get soft here. So let the bottom jaw hang a little. Let there be some space in the mouth. And then find one place where you want to hang out, where you're like, oh, just right there. And then hover in that spot. And you're going to keep the head heavy to wherever it is. And you're actually going to start to move your left shoulder a little bit. And I know that seems weird, maybe. But notice as you move your shoulder that affects the stretch as much as moving the head. So move the shoulder around, maybe up and down, forward, back. You'll feel it give a little, like the intensity decreases and then increases. Okay, and then stretch that whole left arm out to the left, like you're reaching through the fingertips away from the neck. And then on an exhale, as you let that left hand release, let the head roll to center. Take a moment here. And then with either your left palm or your fingertips on your forehead, help the head come back up. Whew. Bobble your head like a buoy on water. Okay, and then we'll peek into the other side. So let your left ear go heavy over your left shoulder. And then start to explore some movement, maybe turning the chin down and forward and up. And it might feel like the head is in sort of a different place than it was on the other side, or the sensation is more or less. That's all totally normal. And if you want to get a little exploratory and adventurous with your movements, feel free to do that. Make this personal for you. And then find a place. There might be many places that you could hover where it feels just kind of on the cusp of delicious and not so delicious, a little bitter or sour. But find that place where you're like, oh, like if someone was massaging your shoulders, you would go, oh, right there, stay right there. And then start to move your opposite shoulder around, your right shoulder. And notice that these movements change the sensation of stretch and what's happening in the neck. Let your jaw go. And then let the whole right arm reach to the right. And it's maybe like a foot or two, depends on where you are over the floor. And you reach through the fingertips, like you're trying to reach for something that's just beyond your fingertips. The head is still heavy to the other side. Feel your breath. And then on an exhale, as that right arm releases, the head rolls over the chest. And then use your right hand in some way on your forehead. Use your arm instead of your neck to bring your head back up. And float the head again. Oh, wow. Okay, notice what's happening to your breath. Notice what's happening to your state of being, to your mental state. Last one here, feeling from your sitting bones, feeling your height through your apple core, the core of your body. And we're going to start turning the head to the left and go slowly enough that you are able to sense when the neck is going to start to tense, and you can stop right before that. It can help to have the eyes closed. And then come back through center really slowly. And cruise through center and start to turn to the other side. Slow, 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 so that you can feel like, oh, I think I'm getting into some grip or some tension, and you can stop right before that. Or even if you get into it a little bit, then back up. And then cruise back through center. Okay, bobble your head again. All right, so loosening. Oh, let's move the jaw around. This is good. Move your face. Like, hopefully nobody can see you. I certainly can't see you, even though you get to watch me move my face around. So move your face all around, and you can even use your fingers, and just like your cheeks are silly putty, just move your face around. Let it be so loose and heavy. You can get into your jaw. So this might be where later you would do your full lymphatic massage if you haven't already. Okay. Ugh, down the neck. So we did a little sort of muscular, we could say more external release. Now we're going to get into, as we move into meditation, we're going to use a little bit of internal vibration with a certain breath technique to explore internal loosening as well as sound, and then we'll move into the quiet and spaciousness of sitting. So this is bee's breath. And a couple of days ago, was it Sunday, there were 3 swarms of bees across the street. And we called a beekeeper. And by the time he got here, 2 of the swarms had left. It was just amazing. I had so many questions for him. It was really fun. So if you ever want to talk bees, apparently I am obsessed with bees. So anyway, they were magnificent, and I got to feel them in the box and feel their buzzing, feel their vibration. It was so cool. And of course, the sound was incredible. So we're going to do bee's breath. Thanks to Alicia for the inspiration. All right, so let me echo this for you, and then you can do it if it's new. It's just like you would think, kind of making the sound of a bee in your mouth with closed lips on an exhale. Or you could think of it like an om with a closed mouth. It's kind of like that too. So we'll just go through some rounds of easy inhalation, and then we'll do bee's breath on a long exhale, and then easy inhalation, and then long exhale, bee's breath. And you can do that as many times as you want. I'll stop at some point. You can stop with me or not. And then we'll move into quiet. I also like to play with where my tongue is, because that changes what's happening in the mouth, and the lips can get a little tingly, maybe even itchy. So, just see what that's like. All right, so this is what it is. I'll just do one so that you can hear. It's just like a bee, yeah? Okay, so let's try together. And then we'll just keep going, and we'll move right into meditation. So, making yourself comfortable, and you can adjust at any time. Let yourself be in your body. You can start whenever you're ready. Feel free to do a few more. If you have stopped, that's great. Make sure that there is nothing that feels like strain or overworking in the breath. You're not trying too hard. And if at any point you start to feel, of course, lightheaded or like you're not getting enough breath or enough exhale, let go of it. You can always come back. You can do this at any point. You can pick it up again. So feel free to play with it and be in the quiet as that serves you as well. Notice the contrast of sound and silence in your head. Again, sometimes we have to fully go into a thing in order to find its opposite. And maybe even the vibration of the sound itself can have an experience of loosening or opening or helping you discover pockets of space, areas of openness. After you've released the breath technique, make sure the jaw is soft again. The neck is easy. You could always float the head like a buoy. And you can come back to a bee's breath at any time. Maybe it helps you find that contrast for the silence again. Maybe it helps bring you back here with a very tactile experience, something to let the mind rest on. Before we ring the bell, let's really intentionally take all of the awareness that's probably available in the head and in the neck, because we gave that a lot of attention. We brought a lot of sensation into these areas, and let's slide the attention down like you're sliding down a firefighter's pole of your spine, all the way down into your base, into your seat. Notice what you're sitting on or lying on. And then notice your legs, however they are, any sensations there, anything they're touching. And then go all the way down into your feet. And feel your feet. You might, even if they are easily within reach, touch your feet. You could massage them or just rest your hands on them. Just giving them a little more sensitivity so that the aliveness that we might have experienced in the head, in the face, can be shared. It can spread. It can be more balanced in the whole body. And let yourself come back into some movement really gradually. Maybe even letting the eyes stay closed or really soft for a moment before you blink them open. That good vibration of bee's breath. Love to know how bee's breath was for you. You can leave comments. You can send an email to me, michelle@itsalyoga.com. Always love to hear from you. I'm teaching a yoga class today at 11 if you're interested. It's on Zoom. If you get my newsletter, there's going to be a newsletter with the direct link around 10 Pacific time. If you don't, you can find it on my website. From the homepage, you can click virtual classes and you'll go to it. So be well, friends. Take care of yourself today. Maybe find your bee's breath, your little bumblebee, your honeybee, and we'll talk soon.